The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What is up? What is going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody is doing great on this lovely Tuesday, guys. We got Crypto Benny in the house. Good morning, brother. First one in the house. We got Doc in the house. What is up? What's going on, Doc? Let's see who else is in the building now. We got Dr. P in the building. Good morning. We got Crypto G in the building. Good morning to you as well. Good morning. Hope everybody is doing well this morning. We are back at it, guys. Guys. It is Tuesday. Got to get into some stuff today. Gonna get into some pre-markets today. Gonna get into some crypto news today. Gonna get into some stuff, and then we're gonna get you guys on out of here this morning. Do have a Twitter space I have to schedule for tonight. Haven't got around to scheduling it yet, but I will. It's every Tuesday at 6, so it's gonna happen tonight. So be ready for that. What is up, Big Watch dude? What is up? Yes, the DGs are in the building, brother. How are you this morning, man? I hope your Tuesday is well. I hope you are doing well this morning, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. So we're gonna get into it a little bit this morning, guys. We got pre-markets looking pretty good this morning. Woke up this morning, had a quick look at them. They look pretty good overall, actually. Surprisingly, the Asian markets looked really well. They closed really well. It's last night, so probably better than what they've closed in about a week. And so they look really good. The European markets obviously wake up a little bit earlier than we do and get it started. Not earlier than me, but earlier than the rest of the markets, and get everything kicked off. And they look really good today too. They're all in the green. They look really good. And of course, our pre-markets, they look well over here in the United States as well today. Yes, we are, man. This is going to be a great Tuesday, I think, guys. It's going to be a great Tuesday, I think. So they look really good today. They really do, man. And I'm excited about it because it's summer. Summer's good morning, brother. How are you? Because we've been down for a couple days now. So to see the pre-markets look really good this morning, we really like to see that. Get the morning started off right. All the markets look good. The Asian markets closed well. The European markets opened well, a little bit ahead of us. We look good today. Coinbase, one of the stocks that we usually watch, it closed yesterday around $75, down from where we were originally at. But we bought into this thing on this channel around $40-50. So still up, but starting to retrace a little bit, but it's coming up a little bit today. So we like that. So We like that. So the pre-markets look really, really good. Which, I mean, you know, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take any good news we can get right now, right? So, working 16 hours a day. Okay, get it, Summers, man. Get it, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Grinding, man. We're always grinding. Man, man, I hear you, bro. Yeah, we're all grinding, man. So it's all a grind, man. But good to see you, Summers, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But guys, so what we got going on in the cryptocurrency market? Obviously, this is what we do. This is what we cover the majority of here. We got market cap sitting at about 1.05 trillion, about even from yesterday when we talked. It, not a lot of movement in the market. Really a sideways market. We took this big dip down, and we just been trading sideways ever since. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 34 in fear, probably where it should be at this point. In fear, we stayed neutral for a long time, and then we took that dip back. We took that dip back to fear. Not a bad thing, no. I mean, because of the way that this market pulled back, if that thing said anything less, I'd be a little bit worried, but it doesn't. Looks like Bitcoin is in fear. People are selling off pretty good. Bitcoin sitting at 26,000. It's about to change on us. Hold on. It updated itself. $26,042. This thing's been playing around this 26,000, low 26,000, high 25,000 mark for 2 days now. But it looks like it's up a little bit from last night, about 0.37% on the 24 hour. So it's starting to gain a little bit of buy pressure, not much though. The same with Ethereum, sitting at about $1,662. About trading about sideways from where it was yesterday. But there's more sell pressure actually in Ethereum than there is in Bitcoin. And I think this is revolved around Vitalik moving that $1 million of Ethereum over to Coinbase to sell off on. A lot of stuff going on there. A lot of stuff going on. Selmo, good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, man? How are you? But yeah, definitely some fear in Ethereum, a little bit more than there is in Bitcoin. But like I said, I think this is about Vitalik moving that Ethereum to Coinbase. Got a lot of fear going on over there. When you dump 600 Ethereums on a market, it's going to create some problems. BNB sitting at 209. I thought for sure yesterday that this thing would come out of the $200 range, but it stayed there for the most part. Definitely has some sell pressure in it this morning, though. You look at it, it's red across the board. Definitely has some sell pressure going on in it this morning. Our buddy XRP sitting at 51 cents, guys. Did have a big sell-off. Continues on the downhill side with a lot of sell pressure in it. So we'll see where XRP goes today. I'm assuming that this thing's probably going to land in that 49 to 48 cent range by the time it's all said and done. But there's some good news around XRP. And I really, really want to get into some of that today in the SEC. It was brought up yesterday a little bit, but we just touched on it real quick. But I really want to get into some of that today. And we will. Driving to Columbus. All right, Selmo. All right. You out on the road already. We got, let's see what else we got going on over here in this market. We got Matic sitting at 54 cents, guys. Down a little bit. A lot of sell pressure in Matic too. This thing took a massive hit, just like XRP, down almost 20% on the week. Both of these took a massive hit. But with that comes the opportunities, right? And we'll take these opportunities, these buying opportunities. Elmo, good morning. Good morning, Elmo. How are you, brother? But we'll take these buying opportunities. When you look at Matic at 54 cents, that's a great buying opportunity. You're getting down about 20% from where it was trading sideways a couple weeks ago. Shiba Inu guys sitting at about 7.9. So it's got some selling pressure in it. Obviously down 22% since the Shibarium launch last week. Definitely a sell off here. I will be. We talked about this yesterday. I'll be honest with you guys. I added SHIB yesterday. I added some more SHIB yesterday, just because being down 20 something percent. I think that this is we're probably getting close to the floor here before it moves up a little bit. And Shibarium, we'll talk about Shibarium as well here in a minute, but I think Shibarium's going to do SHIB well. So I added a little bit to my bag, and it's been a while since I bought SHIB. Just been hanging on to it for a while. It's been a while since I bought it, but I did buy some yesterday. Did buy some yesterday just because of the price, right? Stellar sitting at that 12-cent range. I'm pretty good with my Stellar with where I'm at, but it is down 8.5% on the week. But with everything else being so far down, I kind of passed on adding any Stellar. Chainlink down 14.8% on the week. It's up 0.9% on a 24-hour. I did add some Chainlink yesterday as well. I was 50-50 on whether I wanted to add more Chainlink to my bag, but I definitely added some more yesterday just because, it was sitting at like a $6.11. So I did add more there. So I was happy about that. Like we talked about that yesterday. I was 50-50 on it, but I went ahead and did that. H-bar sitting at around 6 cents, 6.2. Did not add any H-bar yesterday. May add some today. We'll see. It's down about 14.19% on the week. If this thing, I keep waiting for this thing to dip back into the 5 cent level before I buy anymore, because what I have in H-bar, I bought at that level. So I'm looking to buy there. If it gets back down there, and I think we might see a pullback there, even further than where we are now. Kronos, I did add more Crow yesterday as well, right around this level, 5 cents, 5.2. I did add more. I kept waiting for it to dip back down into the 4s. It never got there, so I figured yesterday that was kind of the floor for yesterday. So I figured I'd go ahead and take advantage of yesterday's floor right around this 5.2 mark. We'll see what happens today with it. I do have some cash sitting on the side just in case this thing does dip back down into the 4s, because I'm big on Crow. I think Crow's going to be huge in the next bull. So I would love to start picking some up in the 4s. Just not quite sure it's going to get there. It didn't take as big of a hit as everybody else over the week. It's only down 7.8%. But I was waiting. For that to happen. Didn't happen. So I went ahead and hedged my bets and got in at this 5.2 level yesterday. And it's just been trading sideways ever since, really. It's only up 0.223% on a 24-hour. So that may be the floor right there. Quant did add some Quant yesterday around $98. It's up to $100 right now. This didn't take that big of a hit over the week. It's only down 0.3% on the week, up 0.9% on the 24-hour, and up 0.07% on the hourly. Quant's probably one of the safest plays for the week. It did dip under that $100 level, and we know me and Selmo are buyers at that level. Tim as well. So I know I did add some around that $98 level. So I did get in there. So no more of my plays yesterday, guys. So it's kind of where we're at. Market's just trading sideways. There's really nothing going on in this market except for downward pressure, right? If anything's happening right now, it's downward. Let's hope that we can get this thing turned around today and start seeing a little bit of move up. But it doesn't look like Ethereum's ready to rebound yet. It doesn't look like it's ready to come out of this funk that it's in. Vitalik did not help it yesterday when moving that $1 million at all. So So I don't know. We'll see what happens. And Bitcoin is just not moving. It's just staying steady at the low 26,000, high 25,000 range. It is just absolutely trading sideways ever since the massive dump. It's just trading sideways. So more, how was XRP? How was XRP? XRP, great buying opportunity. XRP is a great buying opportunity. 51 cents. And I keep waiting. I think that it's gonna go 40, 48, 49 cents. So I think that's where we're gonna end up. And I'll add there. Hey DG, I still cannot grasp the the importance of Shiba Inu, of SHIB in their ecosystem. If Bone is going to be the gas, big watch. It's all about SHIB burn, right? So when you look at this, right, there's been a lot of projects out there that have burned SHIB, and there's been a lot of people that have burned SHIB, sent it to the burn wallet. A lot of projects that have sent a lot of SHIB to the burn wallet, but it's hard to burn your way, like we talked about yesterday, to price action, right? It's really hard to do that. But with Shibarium, if you're talking about billions of transactions going through Shibarium, a day, and then each one of them transactions burning SHIB, now you're talking about massive burns that should theoretically produce some price action. And plus, SHIB being basically a historical token, people are going to come back to this in a bull run. They'll come back to SHIB, and that'll give it some price action as well. But the real price action for SHIB in the ecosystem is really the massive burns that Shibarium should produce. And I say should, right? Because ultimately, we talk about this all the time. This is all about production, right? So not only does Shibarium have to launch, but Shibarium has to do what it said it was going to do, which was burn SHIB and burn it at a massive rate. And if it can't do that, then it's not going to move the price of SHIB. So they have to get projects on there. They got to get people on there, and they have to get things moving. Bone is the token to own. Bone is the token to own in the ecosystem. Because it is the gas, Bone is definitely the token to own. Bone is going to be the one that probably has the biggest returns on investment, just because it is the gas token. 350 billion tokens with Pepe Max. It's a solid project. Could 1000x. Yeah, I see a lot of people pushing Pepe Max, Somo. Wadi's doing it. Wadi's in that. Chaka's in that. 2Bits in it. A lot of people are in Pepe Max. It went for a nice ride yesterday. Went for a nice ride yesterday, straight up the charts. So it had a good day yesterday. But I've looked at it. I've seen it. It seems to be okay. I mean, I don't know exactly what their purpose is or what they're trying to accomplish, other than being, a meme. And that's cool too. If you're a meme, you're a meme, right? But, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish, but they seem to be having a nice ride and getting a lot of holders. Right now. So, yeah, if you want it before yesterday, you're probably sitting nice right now. So buy link price is good. Yeah, I bought some yesterday, Elmo. So the transactions will be burning SHIB. If that's the case, then I get it. Yeah, every transaction is going to burn a certain amount of SHIB, big watch, and that's the advantage of Shibarium to SHIB, right? That's how it's going to benefit the SHIB holders. Every transaction will send a certain amount of SHIB to the burn wallet. I'm waiting for stuff to for stuff to come down more. I think the market does have some more downward pressure in it, Summers. I think there's going to be certain projects that take a little bit more of a dive than others. But I definitely think that we're not out of the woods yet. I think that people are thinking that the interest rates and everything else that we're set. I think we'll get a pause here pretty soon, but then I think that we're going to kick some interest rates hikes back in, and I think that'll shock the market a little bit. So I think you're right. I think we're in for some more downward pressure. It's just a matter of how far down, and it's really a matter: do we rebound before we come back down to these levels, or do we not rebound and continue to go down? I'm waiting for. So I agree. I think we're going to come back down again. Ken, good morning. But the SHIB burn rate still hasn't been revealed. It hasn't been revealed, but I think it's going to be different per protocol. Big Watch. I think it's going to be based on the transaction amount, and it's going to be based on the protocol itself, on how much they burn. So what I'm waiting for is for Shibarium to launch at its 15% increase in capacity, and then wait. I think probably 2 or 3 weeks after that, you're going to be able to see. Some pretty good SHIB burns, and then you're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to extrapolate from that and try to figure out where it goes long term. So I just think that they're going to. My bet is that a lot of people are going to be launching on Shibarium, and they're going to be massive burns over there with every transaction. So good community and opportunity for everybody to make money and and to eliminate rugs. Okay, so that's what they're doing. It's a good community, and they're trying to eliminate rugs. Okay, I mean that's not bad. That's not bad. I just didn't get into it, and I can't get into Pepe Max on a big, huge green candle like it was yesterday. If it retraces a little bit, I may relook at a DGen play there, but I'm not buying on that candle they had yesterday. That thing was massive, but I mean, they had some pretty good gains yesterday. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems to be like a project that's growing though. So whatever they're doing over there, I haven't really followed it some other than when it first came out. But it seems to be whatever they're doing over there, they're doing it the right way because they continue to grow. So, and that's all you can ask for. So go ahead and take a look at these bubbles. But I definitely, Summers, I'm definitely with you. I think that we're going to have another retracement. It's just a matter of when, and it's a matter of whether or not this retracement comes after a little bit of a run up, and then we retrace back down to these levels, or whether we take these levels and even go a little bit further, and we just don't rebound from these levels. And right now we're just trading sideways. There's no new money coming into this market. Actually, there's less money coming into this market. When you look at it, it's 1.05 trillion. We've been sitting between 1.5 and 1.0 and 1.06 trillion for like, I don't know, probably a good 4 to 5 days. So there's no new money coming in. I mean, we're just recirculating money at this point. So there's nothing new coming in, and that's always dangerous. You're not into Caspa, are you? No, I never got into Caspa. It always made my short list, Selma. It always made my short list, but never did I actually buy into it. But it's always been on my short list of projects to get into, because I think that they got a lot going on, and I think that they're gonna make a run. They're gonna make a hell of a run. Casper's gonna make a hell of a run, and they have a lot going on over there that that people should be definitely excited about. But at the end of the day, for me, there's only so many projects you could be in. There's only so many projects you can buy into, right? And keep your bags right and keep them stable and DCA and into them all the time and stuff like that. And Casper's always been on my short list, but it's never been one that I actually got into. Don't forget to smash that. Don't forget to smash, guys. Yeah, don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Smash that. But yeah, it's just Selmo, man. It's just one I always want to. I always look at it, and then I'm always DCAing in or adding to another position that I have. And Casper's just never made it there. I will tell you guys, I did sell out my algo. Just because they got a lot of stuff coming up in December. They got a lot of stuff coming on locked. They got a lot of stuff going on over there. And their blockchain is starting to lose a lot of transactions. It's starting to lose a lot of steam over there. So, I sold out of that, a couple weeks ago, the last of what I had sitting on Coinbase. So I'm completely out of algo. It just doesn't seem like they're moving that blockchain along at all. It seems like they're actually taking steps back, not steps forward. So definitely I got out of there. And they got a lot of stuff coming up in December that just is not positive. A lot of tokens coming on locked. A lot of, there's just a lot going on over there. And with all the rest of these buys all the rest of these opportunities and these opportunities for good buys, can't sit on projects that have a lot of negativity around them, because there's just too many other projects out here that you can get into that are actually moving and moving well. XDC is one too that I've been buying little by little here at XDC. It's at 5 cents, 5.4, and I'm waiting for it to come down just a little bit more to that low 5, really low 5, almost 4 level, and I'll probably start to add to my bag. And it's been a while. It's been a while since I bought some XDC, but I've been hanging on to it. I bought it in that 3 cent level. But what they're doing over there and where they're taking that blockchain and how they're actually using their swap for cross-border payments, I think is absolutely genius. And a lot of people are starting to catch on to that. And this is why you see that price movement over the past couple weeks that we've seen in XDC. XDC is definitely a player in this game of cross-border payments and doing it a little bit different. And a lot of people in a lot of countries are definitely taking notice to that. So don't sleep on XDC at all. They're a bigger player in this game than what a lot of people give them credit for. Hex, where are we at with Hex? Hex looks like it's at the 0039 level. So down significantly from where they were sitting at, but they're starting to rebound a little bit. They're starting to gain some sort of momentum back. Not nearly enough, but you got to start somewhere. And looks like they're starting to gain some of that momentum back. So, not too bad, not terrible for what they're going through right now and the big dip that they took. But definitely Hex took a big step backwards with the lawsuit, and definitely but it looks like they're starting to come back around a little bit. You see this from the day where it was a mixture of green and red, we had some good 24-hour buying and selling pressure in the market. And then when you get to the hourly, it's just almost completely red. There's very few green in here, which means that there is a lot of selling pressure in this market. Hey DG, I saw on the news that that Taco Bell is whoops, jumped on me here. That Taco Bell is going cashless. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will be accepting crypto soon. They're as soon as we get the stablecoin bill passed, Big Watch, dude, everybody that's cashless will be probably accepting stablecoins. We got to get this stablecoin bill through Congress. This stablecoin bill is so important for payment solutions, because that's what the majority of restaurants and retail investors are going to take is stable coins, USDC, USDT, stable coins like that. That's what they're going to take. And I think once that stablecoin bill is passed, I think you're going to see a lot of retailers jump on taking stablecoins as payment, and a lot of them are going cashless. So, but I think the first step into that, Big Watch, is the stablecoins. They got to get that. They got to get that moving. Hex is doing shit at this time. This is a great buying opportunity. It is. They're way down. I was trying to give them some props, Elmo, because they are in the green a little bit today on the overnight. But yeah, they're way down. They got some issues. Speaking of stable coins, did you see where Coinbase bought a stake? Yeah, we can talk about that right now. Actually, let me pull this up. So let's get to where we need. Coinbase acquires a stake in Circle, guys, USDC, stablecoin issuer. Everybody could probably see this one coming. This one was pretty clear that Coinbase was going to probably end up with a stake in USDC, given the fact that one, it is the stable coin of Coinbase, right? That's the one that they've backed. That's the one that BlackRock backs. It's the one that basically the United States backs. I mean, when you really start to think about it, when you talk about USDC, it is the one that the United States backs, right? So it was a natural progression due to Coinbase's partnership with BlackRock and and BlackRock's partnership with Coinbase, and all this stuff, and how USDC was integrated into Coinbase, that this was a natural progression for Coinbase to take a stake in USDC. So it doesn't surprise me that this happened, but I think this is a huge deal because when you get to an exchange as big as Coinbase is, and you start to think about how they're going to transact on their exchange and on their blockchain, and they own a stake in USDC, it would be crazy for them to start to accept anything other than USDC as the stable coin of choice on their blockchain and their exchange. You've seen them start to lean in that direction over the past year anyways. So this is just this makes sense to me. This is probably something that you could have seen coming, but it makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. And USDC is starting to become the stable coin of choice here in the United States. Definitely is. which in turn doesn't make it's not a big shocker to me either, because it's backed by some of the biggest financial firms in the game, right? So you see Coinbase starting to put themselves in the middle of some of the biggest financial players in the game. They're starting to align themselves and connect themselves with these guys. And at the end, I think Coinbase is probably going to be the exchange, not only in the United States, but in a couple other countries. They just launched in Canada as well. That is probably going to be one of the biggest players in the game. So which stable coin wins the stable coin war? I say USDC, USDT, USDT, PayPal, and maybe one more. I think it's going to be a mixture, kind of like you, Big Watch. I think it's going to be a mixture. I think USDC will probably be the biggest winner in the stablecoin war, and then I think USDT will always be around because it's used internationally on a lot of different levels. But I think you're going to start to see, like, PayPal came out with their stablecoin. I think you'll see Cash App come out with one of theirs. I think you'll see probably a couple of other of these payment apps come out with their stable coins. And if here's the big if, right? If the banking system and the government can't come to some sort of understanding on cryptocurrency regulations and how they're going to be able to implement cryptocurrency into the banking system in a fundamental way that makes sense, I can start to see banks start to launch their own stable coins. And that's the only stable coin that you're going to be able to onboard and offboard through that particular bank. Like, I can see if things don't go right, and this is if these guys can't agree on things, I can see a Wells Fargo stable coin, a Bank of America stable coin, things like that, where they're able to onboard and offboard through the bank and with their own stable coin. I hope we don't get to that level. I hope we don't get to that point. I hope we get some regulation and some clarity long before we get there. But I definitely think USDC will be the big winner in a stablecoin war. And I'm definitely not counting out PayPal. They have more users on their platform, active users, not just users that are sitting there, active users, than all of the banks combined, all of the big banks combined. So I'm definitely not counting out PayPal stablecoin as being one of the biggest players in the game. But I definitely think USDC is going to be the winner. And I definitely think that Coinbase will be the winner of the cryptocurrency exchanges in the United States. And I think Coinbase will probably be a big player in Canada as well, bigger than what people believe them to be right now. I don't think it's an accident that they're there. And then I think crypto.com will probably be number 2 here in the United States as far as an exchange. And you'll see Binance back itself off out of the United States. Doesn't make a lot of sense for Binance to be here. It doesn't benefit Binance. It doesn't benefit CZ to be in the United States with everything that's going on right now with him and how they're coming after him. There's no benefit for him to keep that company here. So I think Coinbase and crypto.com will be the exchange winners. And I think USDC will probably be the biggest stable coin in the United States, maybe even in some of the other countries, as Coinbase starts to roll this thing out. And don't be surprised, don't be surprised if you see some other stuff come up with that. Ironically, I think big businesses like Taco Bell moving to, a lot of people are moving to cashless too. Big watch. I've been out and about, and a lot of people are moving to cashless towards digital. digital payments will force will force banks to change. Yeah, banks have to change quicker than what they want, and they have to change. It's not even quicker than what they want. If you look at what the banks are doing right now, they're already gearing up towards digital payments. The banks already want digital payments. They're already gearing up towards digital payments. Who's holding the banks back from actually executing their plans is the government. Um, when you look at JP Morgan Chase, they've already launched their own, they're already in developments of their own private blockchain, right? So they're ready to rock and roll. You have Bank of America, who has been working with XRP for years behind the scenes, trying to integrate digital payments into their banking system. And the list goes on, right? And then you have all the rest of the banks that have come together to create, one of the most prominent cryptocurrency exchanges around as far as high yield investors. They're already ready. They're already gearing up. And as more and more businesses do go cashless, you have to have a way to accept these stable coins. You gotta have a way to like people get it twisted. Like nobody's accepting um, digital currencies as payments that are volatile, right? And that's the issue, right? Everybody's like, oh, they're going to accept SHIB, or oh, they're going to accept this, or oh, they're going to accept that for a payment. No, they're not. They're going to accept these stable coins because it doesn't make a lot of sense for them to accept volatile cryptocurrency that's in a volatile market. If you buy something for, $5, and by the time that they can make that transaction from your wallet to their bank account, now all of a sudden they have $3 because the volatility of the market. Yeah, it could go the other way, but as a business, you don't hedge your bets like that. What you do is you do things safe, and you do things secure, and you do things in a way that makes it a one for one, and that definitely is stable coins. Definitely see stable coins being a major part of cashless payments for all of these businesses. It's the only way. It's the only way right now that you can see cashless payments being accepted for cryptocurrency. Right now, it's literally got to be backed one for one, dollar for dollar, right? Other than that, like, why would you do it? Like, I wouldn't accept, if I was a business, I wouldn't accept a volatile cryptocurrency as payment. I wouldn't accept anything other than stablecoin, because the ability to lose money in an instant is right there. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. So we got SHIB. SHIB's getting ready to open up Shibarium again. They're scaling up 1,500%. They've been doing testing. I've watched some of the nodes running. I've watched some of the validators running. I watched some of them. Transactions are going through. They're being done. They're being done at a good rate. They are scaling up. Everybody is crazy about this whole Shibarium launch. I kind of look at it more of like a positive, that there was so many people on the network that wanted to use it that it crashed the network, right? So they had to go back. They had to scale up. They had to do what they had to do to make it scalable, right? So now that it's optimized, it's scalable, it looks like it's ready to go. I actually look at this as a positive, and this is where we're going to really start to see where SHIB can go, right? This is where I'll start to make, once this is launched, once this is out, once this is launched, once this is about a month or two in, I'll start making some predictions and start making some decisions about what I want to do with the remaining SHIB that I have in my wallet and some of the stuff that I bought recently, right? If the burns come in and they come in at the rate that I think that they're going to come in, then SHIB's going to do well. Shibarium's going to do well. Bone's going to do very, very well. But if they can't pull this thing off, then it's all failure, right? It's all it all doesn't mean anything, right? So, but so that they've got to scale this up. They got to get this right. And they got to have a lot of transactions coming through Shibarium in order to make this thing a go. And if they can't do that, then you're gonna see bone dump, you're gonna see SHIB dump, you're gonna see prices go absolutely to the floor, because right now everybody's hedging their bets that this thing's gonna work, right? So they got to scale up though, and that's what they're doing. And if you go back and you look at the validators and you look at what they're validating and the amount of transactions that are coming through, everything that they're doing seems to be working. The scaling up seems to be working. The optimization seems to be working on Shibarium. So it all looks really good. Now, here's the thing. When they reopen this thing up all the way, that's when you're going to find out whether or not they scaled this thing up the right way or not. And that's when you're going to find out if these guys really know what they're doing or not, right? You can't fail twice, right? Give you a pass the first time, but you can't fail twice. Great point. Great point. But don't forget, don't forget businesses like AMC, like AMC Theaters, already accept SHIB. Yeah, they do. A lot of people accept SHIB, Big Watch. A lot of people accept SHIB, and a lot of people accept all these other, a couple other cryptos as payments. But how many people are really using them, right? Not many. Because when you look at it and you go buy here's the problem. Here's some of the problem too when it comes to payment solutions in the real world. When you go look at making a payment with a SHIB, well, what's got to happen is, one, you're going to buy that theater ticket, you're going to spend your SHIB, right? You're going to pay gas to make that transaction. And yesterday, there was a day this week where I tried to make a trade and gas was like $20 something, right? So am I going to pay $20 extra for a movie ticket, right? To pay a gas fee to move my SHIB to AMC, right? Is that, does that make a lot of sense, right? It doesn't. So there's got to be some scaling solutions that's got to happen. There has to be some gas optimization that has to happen in order for massive payments to happen. And even when you get the stable coins, right, you still have to pay that gas fee to transfer them stable coins over to the payment solution. So you technically, like during a bull run, gas fees are about $100. You're going to pay $100 extra for a ticket. If you hold bone, it's bound to bust. Yeah, some of you ain't lying. It almost busted all the way. If you hold bone, it's bound to bust. If you hold your bone, it's bound to bust. But yeah, it almost busted the other day, man. I mean, that thing almost dropped below $1, man. So yeah. Oh man. But when you get into these scaling payment solutions, it's all about gas, right? So when you have to pay gas fees to make these transactions at the rate in which gas is right now, they're not going to do that. I'm not going to, in the bull run, nobody's going to pay $150 in a gas fee to make a payment. So that's one of the issues that they're having right now with payment solutions. It's one of the issues that MMAI aims to fix, but right now, as we sit here today, there's no solution for that, right? There's no solution for that. So you would be better off, like right now, if you are actually going to pay in a stable coin and the store accepted it, you actually would probably be a whole hell of a lot better off. Yeah, that thing almost busted at $1. Skeeted at $1. But you if you were going to make an offline payment transaction right now, you would actually probably be better off paying in BUSD than anything else because the gas fees are so low. To be honest with you, like that would probably be the blockchain of choice when it came to business transactions. Because when you think about it, if you're making that transaction, you're paying that gas fee. So what else do we got going on? We talked a little bit about this yesterday. The XRP news, Ripple forecast brighter as SEC backs off security designation. So it was pretty clear in the SEC's filing of they want the appeal in the filing. That it was pretty clear here in this statement where it says that XRP is not a contract, that the SEC is not fighting. They basically conceded the fact that Ripple XRP is not a security, right? They've conceded this fact, right? Over the past couple of days have conceded this. They've come out, they said it. So I don't understand why they continue to push the issue, right? So XRP has to answer this by September 1st, right? So we're going to get an answer pretty soon from Ripple XRP on September 1st of how they want to answer the SEC's response, right? And then the SEC has until September 8th to answer Ripple's response about how it's craziness. So, this is absolutely ridiculous craziness. But they've conceded in their court filings here that basically the XRP is not a security. So why they continue to fight this fight, is beyond me. I don't understand why they're appealing this decision if the number one decision that was made by Torres says you're not a security. And then you're going to appeal that, but at the same time say you're not a security. Yo, Big Wise got what I was saying. You understood it. But I don't understand like how you continue to fight this, right? This makes zero sense to me, right? So when you look at this from a logical perspective, why continue this fight? Streams going downhill fast. Oh, Ken, yeah, we off the rails for a minute, but why the appeal? I don't think that me personally, guys, I think that this is all going to be a nothing burger. I don't think that the judge itself is going to hear this appeal. I don't think the judge is going to allow this to move forward too much longer, given what the SEC has already succeeded, already said that they're not a security. I don't think that the judge is going to allow this thing to drag on too much. I just don't. I think that this is enough. I think that this appeal right here is a shot at the dark. I think it's a nothing burger. I think that the judge is going to end up throwing this thing out. The SEC's got to come back with their comments on September 8th. I would say going into October, November, you're going to see the judge throw this thing out. Like I don't understand how it can keep going on this way when the main focus of your case, you've already said, yeah, they're not a security, but we want to fight on this level or that level. And I just don't see how the judge is going to continue to allow this thing to go on and on and on and on. So I think that this thing is going to get tossed. And, it's just another example of, basically Ripple showing the SEC that they're frauds, right? That this whole thing's a fraud. This whole thing's a hoax. This whole thing is was a setup from the beginning. And I think Coinbase is going to show the same thing as their lawsuit continues to move forward in the courts. They're going to show that the SEC doesn't have what they need to have and didn't have what they needed to have for the case in general. And they're going to show them to be a fraud. How long? Here's the question. How long is the government going to allow the SEC to be out here looking foolish before they have to fix the situation, right? I mean, think about it from like if you own a business, right? How long is it that you're going to allow yourself to allow other people to make you look foolish before you take action against them other people and decide that you need to make changes? That you need to make changes within your own business so that you don't look foolish, right? At some point, we as them guys as Congress have to get to the point where they can't continue to be losing credibility in the SEC and losing credibility out here in their government entities, that they have to take action at some point. We're getting close. I think we're getting close. You see more and more that people are starting to demand answers. You see more and more that people are starting to call people to the hill. You see more and more that the government's starting to wise up and saying, we want answers to why you're doing the things that you're doing. And it's not going to be long before them answers. Somebody has to answer that question, and then somebody has to be held accountable to the situation, right? And when that happens, then I think you'll start to see some changes in what happens. But as long as the government allows this nonsense to go on, the more and more you're going to see this nonsense go on. And that's what it is. It's absolute nonsense. And I think what pisses me off the most about it is they're spending our money to do this, right? They're spending our tax dollars for this nonsense. I mean, when you pay taxes, this is why the SEC is so strong, right? Because they have an endless supply of money. And I've said this for a long time now. They have an endless supply of money. So they can just like go out here and put these false claims out here and keep you in court forever because they're spending our money to do it. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absurd. And somebody's got to call this. Somebody's got to call this out up there in Washington. And it's they're starting to, but somebody's got to have enough. Somebody's got to have enough balls to stand up there and say, you know what, this isn't right. What we're doing here is not right. We're wasting people's money, and we're just not going to do this anymore. And we're going to make some fundamental changes, and we're going to change the way that this thing is done. Somebody's going to have to make them decisions because they're spending a whole hell of a lot of money between Ripple, Coinbase, Binance. They're spending a lot of money fighting in court. Court cases aren't cheap, and they're spending a lot of money, a lot of money to come up with a nothing burger. Right? They got a nothing burger going on. I mean, you want to talk about spending cryptocurrency on food? These guys got a whole nothing burger going on. But the difference is they're spending a whole lot of dollars and cents on this hamburger. So with that, guys, I'm gonna get on out of here today. Let's go ahead. Well, let's take a look at some of our other tokens and see how they're doing today. Let's take a look. Let's have a discussion and let's talk about them. Let's see how we're doing today. Maybe. See if this comes up. Maybe we'll get there. My DEX tools have been acting up. No. Baby, did you lose internet?
Able to log in and plug in.
Yeah, go ahead. I got cut off. So, all right, guys, I'm out. Sorry.